Alright, how's it going guys? AlphaYGO back at it again, and today I am bringing you 3 combos for DDD Unchained.
So in this video, we'll be going through how to combo when you have different cards than the demonstration inside the deck profile, playing through Impermon Gilgamesh, and a hand of 3 absolute bricks. Extra notes will be in the pinned comments below.
Alright, so the first combo we're going to show off is a deviation from the profile I did earlier, where it's essentially going to be very similar cards, but the lines are a bit different and the end board is different as a result. So regardless, you're going to have an Unchained Speller Trap that you're going to need. Instead of Shabara, we're going to show how the combo looks like with Aruha, and instead of a 1-card combo with Kepler, we're going to show what it looks like with Gate. So what you want to do first is set your Unchained card and then have Aruha use its effect to pop it. Then the Unchained spell is going to trigger and special out a Shavara. You're going to link these 2 off to get yourself into a Yama and have these 2 triggered, which is going to get you an Unchained trap to set and another Shavara. You're going to use Shavara's effect to summon itself by popping the Unchained trap and trigger that Unchained trap, and we're going to special out a Sarama. And Sarama here is gonna set the Aruha and pop it, which is gonna have the Aruha now special from deck, which will be the Shiyama. Link these 2 off into a Solar Rage, and then we're gonna use Shiyama's effect to actually reborn itself by popping the Rage. We're gonna add the Shavara for follow-up, and then we're gonna set, and here we're gonna use Shiyama's effect to pop our Sarama, and it's optional to blow up the back row, so we're gonna choose not to blow up the back row. All we care about is triggering the Sarama here to summon out the Rikeya. And from here, you wanna turn these 2 into the first High Wave King Caesar. You're gonna use Contract effect to search yourself a Copernicus, and Copernicus is going to normal itself, and you're going to use Copernicus to now dump the Lamia. And a lot of you might be thinking, what is going on here? What is this combo doing? Where are we going with this? You're going to see in just a few seconds. So we're going to use Lamia's effect to pop up the contract, or send the contract to special itself, and we're going to now link these 2 off. Lamia is going to get banished because of its own effect, and Copernicus is going to be in the extra deck, and we're going to summon Gilgamesh. And now Gilgamesh is going to set 2 scales, Griffin and Thomas. Now what you're gonna do is pendulum summon the Copernicus and then use Griffin's effect to blow itself up because you have a contract in the grave. It's gonna try and raise another DD monster stats by the number of contracts. And now we're gonna use this Thomas's effect to add the Griffin back to your hand, special itself because you control DD monsters. Then you're gonna overlay these 2 into the rank 4 and then into the rank 5. And because you took 1,000 early from Gilgamesh, you can use Marksman's effect to just put yourself both to 7,000. And then we're going to do the real cool play where we're going to use Rikeya's effect to blow up the Marksman King Tel. And now we're going to go Chainlink 1 Marksman King Tel to dump, and Chainlink 2 Yama to banish itself to special any Fiend from grave because something got blown up, aka from the Rikeya. So we're going to have Yama summon out the rank 4 and blow this up as well because it can blow up whatever got brought out. And so let's resolve that Marksman King Tel by sending the Necro Slime. And now we're gonna resolve that and get ourselves a Swamp King. So from here, we're gonna go Swamp King's effect to banish any DD monster really. You just want to make sure you keep Griffin and Necro Slime because obviously we don't want to get rid of those just yet. So for example, we'll just banish 2 right here to summon out Genghis number 1. And then we'll use Necro Slime plus the Marksman King Tel for Genghis number 2. This will trigger the first Genghis to summon out the Griffin, and Griffin will search you a Headhunt. We're going to turn these 2 into a second Wave King because this guy is not once per turn for either of them. So this is still 4 summon negates. We're going to turn the Machina, or turn the Gilgamesh, sorry, into the Machina and have that Headhunt. The next combo I'm going to show off is how we can use Shavara to dodge Veiler on the Gilgamesh to keep resolving our combo. So all you're gonna really need is the 1 card to get into Gilgamesh, the Shavara to dodge the impermanent Veiler, and any level 4 body. So in this case, I'm gonna use the worst one. So obviously these hands get way crazier if this was Copernicus. So I'm gonna show you what happens when you just have any level 4. So we're gonna normal our Kepler and get ourselves a Gate. And then Gate is then gonna get ourselves a Griffin. We're gonna special the Griffin and link these 2 off into a Gilgamesh. And this is the point where your opponent is gonna try and toss a Veiler or toss an Impermanent and try to negate it. So what we're gonna do, because Gilgamesh hasn't resolved yet, you're not locked into DDs just yet, we can change Shavara because it's a quick effect to blow up the Gilgamesh to special itself out. and Gilgamesh will still resolve. So the scales you want to get are always dependent on what you had in your hand initially. In this case, we're showing off just what we had with these. So we're gonna actually get ourselves a Ragnarok and any low scale guy. So in this case, it will be the Copernicus. It doesn't really matter, low scale. Pendulum Summon the Griffin and Pendulum Summon the Cerberus. What I would advise is to make rank 4 first. We're gonna trigger Ragnarok to special the Gilgamesh, and then we're gonna slam the 5 on top. We're gonna link these two off into the second Gilgamesh. And what's gonna happen is that Marksman King Tell is gonna trigger to then get you a dump. Technically speaking, you could have used a rank 4 and then just gone to contract instead, but it depends on what you really value here. So in this case, it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna use Necro Slime and let's say the Gilgamesh to summon out Genghis. And then we're gonna turn Gilgamesh into the Machina and trigger the Genghis here. Genghis is gonna summon out our Griffin, and Griffin is now gonna search us a Headhunt. And now, no one has ever really seen this, but you can turn these two right here into the rank 6.
And that's how you can end on High Wave King, Machina, and Headhunt through Imperm/Velo.
And for the third combo, what I'm gonna show off is when you open a pretty good looking hand, but then you get met with the terrible bricks. So we're gonna have Kepler and any Unchained Speller Trap.
Pretend this is a chamber, the combo is the same, but it goes to show how far you can go with another brick.
And we're gonna have some unfavorable cards in our hand. Obviously these cards individually are amazing, but when you open them together in the same hand, especially like this one, is not that great. Especially because this means that our 1-card combo does not work because Gilgamesh can't pull it out of deck, and that means you can't Pendulum Summon to level 1. But I'm gonna show you how you can still create a gun board like this. We're gonna normal summon our Kepler to get ourselves the gate. And when we get gate, we're gonna search Griffin. We're gonna special the Griffin, and instead of making a Gilgamesh, we're actually gonna go ahead and make the Yama. And of course this looks very funny, but I'll show you exactly why we did this. Yama is actually gonna search us out a Shavara, and we're gonna set that Unchained Speller Trap we had earlier. We're gonna use Shavara's effect to pop that Unchained Speller Trap, trigger it. And we're actually gonna summon out Rakea. We're gonna link Shavara and Yama off into the Solar Rage and trigger the Shavara to set a trap. For the trap, let's say we set Escape, then we're gonna have Rakea pop the trap card to summon out Shyama.
Whoops, I goofed. Just summon Sarama here to set a trap and pop Rakea for the Shyama. Same board, but with better follow-up.
And optionally blow up something up. In this case, we're not gonna blow something up because we don't have to now summon out the Sarama. Sarama here is gonna then set the Escape and just blow itself up. It won't trigger, but it doesn't matter. But because something was popped, we're gonna trigger the Yama to banish itself and special the Shavara. And from here, we can make the rank 6. So even though we drew 3 garnets and our hand was looking really unplayable, we were still able to end on the rank 6, the link 2 interaction with the trap card, and you still have follow-up with the Dark Contract. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see how this deck was built, you can check out my other profile. It's on my channel somewhere. And of course, big thank you to my cameraman helping me out. And yeah, bye.